All right, how we doing? Good. Who's starting us off?
I am.
Perfect.
One of the things that John talked about yesterday was being better in some of these goal-to-go short yardage situations. What in your mind do you have to do to be more successful in those situations?
Well, it falls into every situation within the game. There's all of those that fall into that, whether it's run downs, get back on track, third downs, short yardage, 2 minute, 4 minute, the game within the game. It's a number of things. One, we can certainly scheme it better. I say this all the time. You guys get tired of me saying it. Scheme it better, call it better, execute better. That's really what it comes down to. It doesn't matter what situation it is. Some of it, like the one was, a goal-to-goal situation. A couple times we've had others where in the red zone or black zone we've had penalties or we've had, things that we just got to do it better.
Do you think that the line has been good enough, especially in some of those short yardage situations, that reading the guys they got to block, or reading the gaps they got to kind of create?
Sure, it's not any one thing. It really isn't. I mean, we've had plenty of opportunities to convert. Like I said, we just got to call it better and execute better.
To that point, just to get specific, like on those goal to go with the 3 cracks in the 1 yard line, twice calling the tip push play. Any regret on that, and kind of what goes into that, sticking with it versus something else?
Oh, you're 100%. I mean, throughout every game, whether we score a lot or we score little, happens a lot less frequently when you score a lot. But throughout the game, there's calls you're like, maybe not. That's just what you do. I mean, you take ownership in when it isn't successful. A given play, a given series, a given quarter, a given game. That's what you do. That's what they pay us to do. That's what pay our players to do, which is assess how it went. And obviously, whenever it doesn't go well, you always look at it and go, maybe that wasn't right. No, we're not the only ones. Everything that we do within a game. So those are things we always look at and fight like hell to fix it. And I know you guys hear me say that all the time, but that's what you do.
When you go into a game knowing that you might play 2 different quarterbacks, what conversation during the game goes into when you might pull that trigger?
Oh, I don't know if there's a what conversation goes into that. I think there's, our talk is, all right, how's the game going? Where are we at? There's other things that play into it. What's the weather like? What's the score of the game? Do we need a spark? All those things are a part of it.
Todd, obviously, it's not easy to back up Lamar Jackson in terms of expectations and all that, but Cooper's a veteran guy. That's why you guys brought him in here. Why do you think he's struggled to find the rhythm these last couple of weeks, but especially Sunday?
Well, it'll start with me. I mean, we got to do it better for him. There's a lot of that we can do better offensively for him. We did a better job in the game the other day. What I was excited about is we needed to be able to run the football. We did run the football, and that's a starting point. Whoever your quarterback is, if you can run the football, you're going to be in advantageous down and distances. And we got to do it better for him. We can certainly play better around him.
What do you think changed that led to better results in the run game on Sunday?
Well, there was a number of things. I mean, it's a different opponent. I mean, different scheme. Certain things we did differently. All the above.
Specifically, you guys seem to lean the outside zone, and that really worked well for you guys. Is that something that you think could be a staple for this offense? I think it's what worked for you guys.
Great question. I mean, each game we go into it thinking, okay, what is our best way to move the football? Run, pass, anything that we do, screen game. And some games we're going to lean more heavily on, your outside zone, your downhill runs, some maybe more gap schemes. So it's more team specific, but we certainly are capable of getting into, whether it's tight zone, wide zone, or gap schemes, right? All of the above. We are certainly capable of getting to that.
When you go from year 1 to year 2 and now year 3, how much do you look at the need to change things up year to year and evaluating that? And do you feel like it's evolved, I guess, or been creative, whatever you want to
Yep.
call it, from then to now and different, and doing
Yeah.
different stuff now versus?
What a great question. It really is. You know, from year to year, you take the off season and you assess like, what's next, right? What's next? What's after year one? Okay, what are we going to do in 2024? What do we need to clean up? What can we be better at? Same with this year. Okay, where can we take that next step? In some ways, we started that way, and it felt like that early. And we just got to, like I said, get our mojo back a little bit. You know, I think there was a part of that Saturday. I know it doesn't feel like it because 3 points is not enough. I mean, I'm not here to say that, hey, boy, that was great. We didn't execute at certain times that would have given us an opportunity to win the game. But you're right, that is what you do. You look at things and say, okay, what is it that we need to do moving forward?
Todd, kind of along those lines, when you get to the bye week, how much of it can you're not going back to square one, but
Yeah.
how much can you change versus just trying to make sure that things get executed better? What does that self-scouting process look like?
Well, it's so different than the two previous years. The two last years we've had, they were later. So at that time, we were doing a lot more like, okay, self-scout, like, okay, we've got a huge bank of what we've done. Where here we've got a bank of 3.5 games of Lamar, 2.5 of the other quarterbacks. You know, like, what does that look like? You know, so now it's a little bit different this year than it is like, all right, where are we at? What do we need moving forward? What do we need to certainly improve on? Certainly scheme better. Certainly how can we put our players in a better position to have success? And that's everything you do every week. This just gives you a chance to step back and look at it and really drill down as to where we want to go for the last 11 weeks.
Todd, you had fumbling issues from Derek and then this past game, Zay. I mean, probably not the guys you associate with bad ball security in the first place. I mean, how do you kind of address some of those issues and kind of reinforce the thought of turnovers when some of your most short-handed guys
Right.
have been making mistakes?
Well, we rally around them. You know, when it was Derek, nobody felt worse than Derek. When it's Zay, nobody feels worse than Zay. When we're struggling on offense, I sure as hell don't feel good. That's part of it. And good teams rally around each other and say, how do we get it right? You know, there's not one person on this team that's going to go without making mistakes. That's being human. Okay, well, how do we fix that? How do we rally around each other and keep working together? Because that is the only answer. The only answer is to keep fighting collectively together. And as I said last week, this isn't our first rodeo together. So, like, let's circle it up. We got plenty. Let's figure it out. And let's put together a run here with what I think is a really good football team moving forward.
Do you think without Lamar there has been an adequate sense of collective focus from the offense?
What's that?
Do you think since Lamar got hurt there has been an adequate sense of
100%.
collective focus?
No, I think so. No, it's easy to say that based on we haven't scored enough. No question. I have not seen that out there the way we practiced. I have not seen that in our meeting rooms, right? I have not seen that. I have not seen that at all. That's where the frustrating part is, right? When you're going on the field and you're not getting the results that are desired, right? It is frustrating. And all you can do is just come back in. What do we got to do today? And really focus on today. Anything else you're thinking about doesn't help, right? The past or what's too far down the road, how do we have the best, which I thought we had a great practice today, how do we have the best Tuesday that we can possibly have?
Todd, you talk about getting your mojo back. Do you feel like good offense, oftentimes is kind of momentum based, that once you do get a couple good drives or punching in the red zone, that you really can kind of get on a roll quickly?
100%. No, I think it's depends on what lens you want to look at it, right? There's a number of lenses where you say, I think we're this, and I like the way we're headed, you know, and say we just got to do X, Y, Z better at the most opportune times. But then we got to go out and do it. There's only so much you can talk, right? You got to go out and do it. You got to go out and execute, and we got to start with us as coaches, and then down the line when we get opportunities on the field, cash in on it like we've done in the past.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.